we've got to be able to afford to carry some vacancy for a period of time. I mean, through the life of ownership of commercial property, there will be a period of time, that we'll have that sort of some period of vacancy there, to obviously, that you're going to have to deal with.
Yeah.
So,
And I've always found investing in commercial real estate really suits farmers and graziers. And the reason is because it's very similar. Anyone can buy a farm, but you need to buy the right farm, and the right farm has lots of people looking for it. So it's a congested market. The second thing is you need a certain amount of scale, and the third thing is you have to be able to deal with a drought. You have to be able to deal with the fact that you're not going to earn any income. And if you look at commercial premises, it's very, very similar. You have the same characteristics, don't you?
It's a long game. You've got to be patient. And that's why making the right decisions, at the outset. I mean, buying the right farm. I mean, you've got to buy the right property with the right attributes. Water, fencing, the whole lot. I mean, it's the same with commercial. But it's certainly, you're right though, and they're probably it's a business transaction. It's probably less emotional, so it's more business. It's dollars and cents, and I think that longer game and and there's just very much part of it. And you're right in that. I mean, the farming sector who are looking for off-farm investments, diversification there. They're looking for something that's going to be stable long term, hassle-free essentially, and being patient and taking your time to educate yourself around what the right attribute and where your risk profile sits. What you're prepared to look at is a big part of it.
Yeah, it's interesting. I was having this conversation with a mate the other day about people from the city coming and buying farms, and you see that happen all the time. They come out of the city, they have their checkbook, they buy a farm, and it happened a lot when I was growing up on the farm. You'd see them come out in the 80s, and they had big checkbooks back in those days, and they'd blow a huge amount of money. They just had no idea. And I think it's the same here with commercial property. Is if you were a city person that had never had anything to do with farming, you should pay a really good person to help you find the right property and manage it and become a farm manager, etc. on it. It's the same with commercial property. You don't know this market. You need someone to help you find the right one and also manage it ongoing so you can avoid those mistakes.
Yeah, Ben, we see it a lot where people come in, very bullish around, they've got, access to capital, come in uneducated, probably pay too much for the wrong asset, and obviously get themselves into hot water. The other concerning thing that I'm seeing in the market at the present time, the evolution of buyers agents in a commercial space has just been extraordinary over the last 12 months to 18 months, realistically. I mean, the number of people out there who are purporting to be property experts, who've got some good skilled marketing, where they're attracting people who are going, I want to get into this commercial space. Who do I go and talk to? And jump on Google, I find a buyer's agent to help me represent me. There is some really good, really skilled buyer's agents for this. I'm not putting everyone in the same pot, but I think when we're seeing some activity in the market, particularly through some of the buyer agent type people, where the decisions that are being made, they're based on, obviously, here's a property, let's get a deal together. This is what we recommend we pay. So that's probably one of the things that concerns me around the market at the present time, is that people, and it comes down to do your research around who you're dealing with. Longevity in the industry, someone who's working for a reputable brand, whether that be on the sale agent side of things or the buyer agent side of things, is getting the right advice.